Morning. Oh, my goodness. Good morning, everyone. I've been watching pre-market. We've got data at 9, so if we kind of just consolidate in this area, that's probably why. Much like we did around the 7:30 area for, let's see, what was that? Retail sales, yeah. It looks like it was down 0.2% more than expected. Or 0.2% less, more. Whew. So yesterday, I had an okay day. Started off with a loss. And let's see. The rest of the day were, winners, but they weren't like I don't know, it just didn't feel like the trades were there yesterday. Today I'm hoping for more. We may not get much great movement until once we pass FOMC and the rate cut decisions in. And then we've got the Israel-Iran war that's taking place, and the whole instability around that as well. So there's a lot of factors going into what's driving the market. Not to mention, we're very close to all-time highs, which I have marked here at about, I think, 61.70 something. I know it says 61.69 on there, but I think it's a little higher than that. Yeah, so there's just a lot of factors. When I was looking at the daily and the weekly, we're so close to breaking the top. I'm just not sure. Do we get another little retracement before the next leg up, or no? And the price action yesterday and today is just not giving me a whole lot of information. Even overnight, I mean, it's a 5-minute, but even overnight, it's just yesterday we went up and then just trended down the rest of the day. It's really hard to make any good plays yesterday, in my opinion. And then the one good one that I did have, I took an out of the money strike, which I haven't been doing. I like doing the in the monies, like the one. And I don't know, they just move better for me, premium wise. But anyway, it looks like we're just going to consolidate until 9 o'clock whenever this next set of data comes out. So I'll talk about my weekend, since we are day trading musicians, right? Had the opportunity to travel to New York for the first time. It was really fun. It was really stressful, but really fun. I was playing with a country artist out there in Port Jervis, New York. So I didn't really get to go downtown and see all of downtown. We drove around the outside of downtown. I got to see Yankee Stadium. That was cool. Drove across over the Hudson. It was really cool. And then see the mountains of New York that I didn't even know existed, which I'm a mountains person, so I was in heaven. But it was a very fun experience, very challenging. We had a bass player that was supposed to be there that didn't show. And it's not our normal. It was just a sub. So I ended up playing bass for a 90-minute set. Excuse me. I hope you didn't hear that. Yeah, ended up playing bass for a 90-minute set. Thank goodness I chart well, because I relied heavily on my charts. And but I had fun. It was a good challenge. I feel like it kind of showed my value a little more too to the artist. So yeah, it was a great trip. Very quick. Very quick. I think I slept 3 hours before we left for New York. And then we had early flights both days. Left at 6. Got there like 10:30. And then the return home, slept for about another 3.5 hours. Left at 6 on Sunday morning. Got home at 8:14, Texas. Landed and went straight to church to play. And then came home, celebrated Father's Day a little bit with my family, and my wife, my beautiful wife, allowed me to just sleep, get some rest. And I think I slept from about 2 in the afternoon till 7. I wasn't even worried about it messing up my sleep schedule, because I went to bed later that night. And yeah, but something crazy happened. So last week also, I had been I had gotten diagnosed with fatty liver disease, and my doctor was like, "Well, you need to basically I need to exercise and change my diet. It's not really rocket science. It was as simple as that." So. And I used to do fitness and all that a lot, but just, life be lifing. But anyway, I was like, okay, cool. So Friday I went for a run, not a like push it and hurt yourself run, but just a simple little run. And felt great, but I think that 3 hours of sleep and then all the walking I did the next day caught up with me. When I woke up Sunday morning to go to the airport, I get like the side of my calf all the way down to my foot was on fire. And it felt like I had like torn or pulled something. I think it was just lack of sleep and whatnot. And anyway, I was dealing with that all the way through. Still, it don't hurt as bad as it did. But yeah, it was fun times. Felt like I was pushing through for the weekend. But definitely cool to get to go to New York. I've always wanted to go to New York. And even though I didn't get to go downtown, it was still a fun experience. Even just driving around the outside of it is pretty cool. So I can't wait to go back and like take my family as well and really soak it in. So we've got a little bit of movement. The problem with, not problem, but what I'm still feeling out the 5-minute fair value gaps. Like the smallest ones can be a reversal for, a big move. So it's almost like you can't ever really count one out. So I'm still kind of feeling my way through that. These two right here, or actually all three of those little ones kind of feel insignificant to me, but you can see it went down here and reversed out of it. So, I mean, and you can see here, this little one here tapped into this one and got what? 56. I mean, almost 20 points. Like 14 points. Which I'd take that all day long. I'm starting to see, like, in the options world, like, I'm glad I can pull up the options chart, but I'm starting to see that certain distances of moves in a span of time, the dollar value of it. Like that could have been like 40 to, I'll say anywhere from 30 to $50 for one SPY contract in the money. We got about 15 minutes before data. And what is the data we're waiting on again? Business inventories. I'm not sure. National something. I'm not sure what that one is, but clearly it's related to the housing market. And then retail. But those two look like the bigger ones that we're waiting on in terms of data. And then that's it for the rest of the day in terms of significant data. Unless you're trading oil, then there's some oil news after, but that's after the bell. Tomorrow we've got mortgage rates, building permits, jobless claims, more crude news. Looks like some treasury bill stuff. And then at 1 o'clock, we've got the decision for the rate cut. Doesn't look like it's planning to change. I mean, he said it's not going to change. I don't know how many times now. And we're right here around the like we've been going through this significant support level. It's just a heavy level. If I miss it, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm looking for. I want the good move. I don't want the. I try to avoid as much as I can getting into a move that just hoping, just hope and pray. I don't know if most of them feel that way, but I don't feel. It feels like there's some setups that are just they feel better than others. Looks like we double tap this one. Interested to see where we go. And we already took out the weekly high, so if it looks on here like we're going to, we took out the weekly high yesterday. So that weekly high is, I forgot to turn the rest of them on. That weekly high is actually the previous week. So, and you can already see from here, we took out the hourly high, the previous hour's high. Which I typically like to see us take out another low before we go up and take out the high again. But it could be making its run on the 4-hour high now. I've been turning VWAP on just in case. Just to see how far away we are from it sometimes. Clearly today we're kind of sticking close to it. So far, what are we on the 1 minute? Why aren't you showing the 5 minute like I want? This indicator is so buggy sometimes. And maybe it's just because of how I'm trying to use it. Gotta go to the 5 just to see it. That's the whole purpose of turning on 6076 is the area. No. 6082. Maybe that's why. No, it should be right there. I see what is going on. It's so far away that it's not. It only goes 500 bars worth. And I guess on the 1 minute, that's too far away. Yeah, I see why. So to note, that's what I'm looking for today, is hitting that 6082 area. I'm just looking for the best entry to get there. I don't want to sit through drawdown. Personally. Me personally. And I think we'll get there. Maybe after we tap into this area, come and take out a low. We'll see. That's kind of the trade I'm looking for now. So when I'm like trying to figure out the narrative of the day for a good move, that's kind of how I'm going about it. So you're kind of seeing in real time how I'm formulating a strategy. I just don't know how long it's going to take to get there. And I could be wrong and miss something. And if I am, I am. I take that lesson and then I just keep it moving. It just feels like we're going to chop back and forth until this news comes out in 10 minutes. I don't like being in a trade pre-news. But what I might do is have one ready. I might have one ready for if we wick down here to reverse up here. Sometimes it's hard to tell too. Like if we wick, the wick sometimes denotes the direction. You just never know. Uh-oh. Looks like we might be headed there. Yep. Looks like we might head there before the news. Which throws off my game plan for an entry, but excuse me. I knew 6082 was the magnet that it was pulling towards. How many of y'all would say would have jumped on that when you saw it going up? Just pure FOMO. 6 minutes till news. 6 minutes till news. Oh, let's pull up some options calls. Turn this off for a second. The indicator will make my other options charts go crazy. So let's pull up 600 through let's pull up 600 through 602. All right. I feel like I should pull up 599. I'm going to pull up 599 just in case. Just in case we drop low enough to where it looks appetizing. All right, let's see. Ooh, we got a signal here. But that's, I see why. I'm just sitting here hoping that this train doesn't leave without me. It feels like it keeps wanting to, though. It feels like it wants to so bad. I feel like what might happen, it might wake up on news. Whatever the news is here in 3 minutes. I'm afraid that it's going to wick up to here, tap into the fair value gap that's up there on the 5 minute. And I was hoping it would do the opposite. I really, really don't like jumping into a play before news. It just doesn't feel good to try to front run it. Because if you're wrong, it's going to hurt. There's a lot of room to hurt, too. If we tap this one, we tap this one. We've already tapped into this one, too. So this is the area that has not been tapped into yet. Now, if we get a pull down, if we can get a pull back, I might take it. I'm just waiting to see. More than likely, it's going to be the 600. So let me go ahead and get it ready. Problem is I don't have any point of reference, really. Number-wise. 125, maybe. Let's see. All right, I gotta get ready to move fast. 8 seconds. No wick at all. Interesting. Interesting. So the data was like not significant enough to make it wick. Let's see, what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Literally nothing changed. This one went down. This one stayed the same. The data literally meant nothing. So now it's just more the same. Seems like a dud. All right, taking out this level. Working on taking out these. I just have no entry criteria at the moment. Nothing says go. So we're just going to sit on our hands. May not take a trade at all today, but that's better than losing. All right, now we're getting some pullback. How far can we go? I was just sitting here thinking, if we if we tap back into this one, I may take a go at it. Even though there's not a fair value gap here, this is a strong area of support. You can see how much we've just hung around it. Although, I don't know. I think I'm going to wait until we hit the fair value gap. I just feel like being extra cautious. All right. Still trying to figure out this Iran-Israel situation in terms of us. We saw that the president told the residents of Tehran to evacuate yesterday. That is not a good sign. In terms of just war and everything that comes with it. Not a good sign. All right. Getting some retracement. pullback. Let's. I signed up for Bazinga alerts the other day to get, so I don't get into that situation that I ran into the other day. Let's see. See if anything's on X. Any news? Berkshire Hathaway Home Services notes that sellers may need to reduce their listing price. Realtor.com found that home listings spent an average of 51 days on the market in May, up from 45 days in May of 2024, but on par for the pre-COVID housing market. However, the number of unsold homes is up 21% from last year, marking considerable changes in sales trends. It's a matter of time. As somebody looking for a home, like at this point, we're all just waiting. Oh, this thing with Israel is so interesting. A lot of G7 news, but it's like a lot of news, but no real news. Oh, there's a video of Joe Biden out and about. Ooh, he looks out of it. What a crazy world we live in. Oops, sorry about that. Look what I say. I just didn't. I don't. Looking at all this back here did not make me feel confident. Like I said, I didn't want to sit through drawdown, but might have cost me the opportunity of missing out. Let's see where it reversed at. About 140. Boy, oh boy, that could have been the $100 trade for the day. If not, 50. Literally can't get them all. Let's see, but a positive note is that nope. I was gonna say a positive note is that would have created those 5 candles could have created the next fair value gap. Unfortunately, this wick here prevents that because we went up, dropped down. I don't know. It just feels like uncertainty, even though I'm almost certain that we're going here. Kind of feels low volume-ish today. And then the premiums are back to normal for SPY, so it's not like they're expecting volatility, I would say. Which is kind of the issue that we ran into yesterday as well. They were cheap. But, yeah. I honestly probably would have been all right not even taking the last trade of yesterday. Only because of the strike I had to get it at. There'll be other stuff throughout the day. Last time I trade, I feel, was it last year or the year before where we were hitting all-time highs? That's a weird spot to trade in because it's like, well, where do you go? Again, that's why I shout out to these support resistance levels from Adam Mancini. They are a real game changer. Totally worth it. They pay for, honestly, they really pay for themselves every month. I don't care if a tool cost, if it's making me money. Here we go. I wasn't wrong. Did we hit that other one? Yeah, we did. All right, so we wicked into this one. What are we going to do now? And now I'm watching to see how this 5-minute candle closes. If it closes, even if it closes just above this, if it clears this one out, yeah, it's going to. Here it goes. fair value gap will only be wherever this ends to here, I believe. Of course, it filled the order. Well, we're in the trade. We're going to see if we can get the 60.82. I'm looking to get at least 20 to 30 bucks. I'm in at 133. If I can get 154, that covers those fees. Oh, come on. Come on. Just my luck. Just my luck. Just my luck. Wow. Wow. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Jesus, now I gotta get out of this trade. Where was the other 5 minute? Pure insanity, man. It's so crazy it would do this. Probably not going to get one, like, I was trying to get $20. I don't even know if I'm going to get that now because of that stupid drop. Come on. Get on up there. Oh. Come on, man. I got no confidence in this trade. And I probably should have held it. But there's my first loss for the day. God, dog. That's so frustrating. That's so freaking frustrating. It's alright, though. That's what I get. That's what I get for. I mean, you just can't make it up that literally that's the magnet you know it wants to run to, and that we take out these previous highs. But technically, I guess we also took out that 1 hour high and kind of went against my own. I don't want to say rule, but yeah. It's okay. It's not too bad of a loss. Only down 7. It just makes. Excuse me. It just makes any other trade feel. I don't know. You can even see this tapped into that 1 minute fair value gap, bounced up. What a joke. It's another reason why I got out of it was because of that right there. The only other 1 minute gap is right there. And they're still wicking in this one. Till it closes below here. And it still counts, I guess. Garbage. Freaking garbage. Let's see if we're diverged or in line. In line. Got a little trend line happening right here. It's a baby trend line, but it's a trend line nonetheless. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. You can tell it wants to pop off. Come on, give us some movement. Just blast that thing on up there to 6082. Go. Get up there. Get up there. Get lost. Sorry, phone call. I'm hoping 150. Sorry, looking at an option. Let's get up there. We're back above this. Oh, come on, my God. Get up there. Come on, go up. This is bothering me so much. I mean, we're so close to just pushing right there. Go up and grab it, and then I'm done trading for the day. We've got 30 minutes left in the stream anyway. It's like we're waiting on news again, but we're not. That's how it's acting today. God, here I go. Got to get out of it again. What are we doing? See, I think that's the thing that's frustrating me right now. The second that you close a trade, you know, like this, you know it's just gonna bottle rocket. But I'm not gonna give up a bunch of money just to hope. I'm out. Oh, I couldn't even get out fast enough. Oh, sweet Jesus. Crap. Oh my God. I can't even get out fast enough. Dang it. 8% loss today. That's frustrating. That's really frustrating. The trend line meant nothing. It meant nothing. I mean, as far as a 5-minute chart goes, that is the magnet. Any other day, that's the magnet. Excuse me. So now whatever I make today is possibly just to help me break even. If part of me don't even want to take another trade today. It's just nothing feels right today. This is such garbage price action. Man, I was doing so good. I won't lie. Those two trades, I tried to force them. That was the literal definition of me forcing with no entry model. I shouldn't have even done it. I got one trade left. And I'm probably not going to take it on stream because it's probably not going to come to me until it's probably not going to set up until later. At this point, this just sucks. Just low volume garbage. That's exactly what this is. For it to look like this on a 5-minute, it's low volume garbage. I think everybody's waiting to see the rate cut decision. I mean, the fact that we even wick out of this, that doesn't make any sense. And then we're going to eat this back. Like, come on, man. My goodness. I don't care. I'm not chasing it again. I'm not chasing until I see an entry. Like, I'll take the next 5-minute fair value gap that it like if it presents itself, but if it doesn't, I'm out. I'm out. It's just garbage. All the way across the board, garbage. Apple or Amazon had some kind of move. Excuse me. Apple had one. It's not respecting this 5-minute fair value gap. It's just eating right through it. Probably because it's in the middle of this. Ooh, that's frustrating. I think what's frustrating is because I was up so high last week. I was almost $100 up last week from where I am right now. And now so like I'm down on the day. We might call it early just because it ain't doing nothing significant. Literally nothing significant. Yeah, I'm probably going to call it 9:45. For me, the next move doesn't come until, I mean, at least here, even though this one's already been tapped into. I mean, I don't know. I don't know today. It's just doing weird stuff. But I mean, pre-market kind of showed I should have paid attention to the story a little better over here. And I'll be darned if it didn't do the same thing again. Almost. I mean, carbon copy. My goodness. Well, I think that's it for me today. 2 losses on the portfolio. And if I take a third trade today, which I don't even know, I don't even know where I would take it. If I didn't have 2 losses, I'd take it here just to try it. But yeah, I think it's just this level. This level is making it real. In the words of Elmer Fudd, screwy. So, let me check one thing real quick. It's just bullcrap chop. It's just so much chop. I wish I knew it was going to be chopped like this. I wish there was an indicator that said, hey, it's going to be choppy today. See, that's what I'm waiting on. That's so funny. That's exactly what I'm waiting on. All right, well, we're going to call it a day today because it's just garbage this morning. And I'm sure it'll hit this area just like I said it would. I just don't know when. But to leave it today, me personally, the better trade for me would have been to wait until we get down here for any sign of a trade to go up. So with that, we'll leave it. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Safe trading, everyone. Hope everybody stays safe. Thank y'all for tuning in. Catch you on Thursday, 8:30.